Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Level Up series. This is episode 35, and before I begin, I would like to speak about some things, because I find myself in a little bit of a dilemma. Now, of course, we'll get to that in a moment. Down here, I actually just worked this out. What the projected numbers would be if I do every 10 episodes for the rest of the series, and I only went up to 1.14, and it's looking pretty rough. Episodes, okay, so I guess I didn't write episode on there, that's fine. Let's see how this will look. Right now, of course, this is episode 35. This is right within that range, 31 to 40 for 1.3.2. 1.4.7, 41 to 50. You can see the rest of the numbers here. It's rough. And even like something like 1.10. This is, of course, if you don't remember that update, that's a Frostburn update. That one adds very few things. So an entire 10 episodes to work with without really much new stuff. That's rough. Of course, the later updates, I can more so understand doing 10 episodes because there is a lot of content added in those. Now, when it comes to these, it's tricky because there were some things I wanted to mention again. I don't remember if I've mentioned some of these things. The biggest thing would definitely have to be the fact that I would like to use the replay mod, and that is only, I believe, 1.7.10 and forward. As you can see, there's a little bit of time until I get to that. I'm expected to reach that episode 71. That's more than double the amount I have already, which is crazy because it's taken me a year to get here. So who knows how long it'll be till I get to that. I'm proposing that I do maybe 5 episodes instead. So say 35, this might be the end of 1.3.2, and then I'll move on to 1.4.7, and then so on, and then maybe up until like one of these, I'll go back to doing 10. We'll see. But I think for my own sanity and for, of course, many reasons, I think this would be the best move. If you have any ideas or comments about that, please let me know. I would like to hear what you think. I think this is kind of essential because listen, 1.4.4, that's ways away. That's like when the good trades come in. I can wait a while till that happens, but episode 150, that's crazy. Think if I'm able to push out 30 episodes a year. I mean, I'd hope I get more out this year. I'm waiting like another 4 years from now until I get to that. That's insane. And that's expecting me to not have any big things happen in my life where I'll have to take like months off. That's not going to happen. So, my idea is that I would like to do 5 episodes at least for the next few updates, because this is a little crazy. I'd like to get some new content. Some of these updates, they don't have a ton of things, but they have some pretty essential things. I think, like, I think 1.5, that's the redstone one. 1.6, that's... One of these is a horse update. That might be this one or 1.7. Either way, it's very important that I refresh myself with some new stuff here and there, and I think this would be the best move. Yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think. I think it's the best move for me because I don't want to be waiting this long, and this update didn't add a terrible, or like terrible as in huge amount of stuff. Plus, I'm just looking ahead and I'm thinking, I do miss some of the current stuff, or stuff that's in the game currently. I'm mostly talking about like stuff that's added in here, I think. Some of these things are nice. And I'd like to go through some of these smaller updates quicker, and maybe leave the 10 episode thing to the bigger ones. Yeah, anyway, that's just my thought. I'm gonna leave it at that. I think I've rambled on about this for too long. On to, first things first, my armor. As you can see, I've got diamond armor. Yes, yes. Been a long time since I've had 3 pieces of diamond armor. So, as you can see, there's a glitchy villager over there. This is my complex, the Grim Construct, as I've named it. Need to get a sign somewhere around here. Let me get one. So, yeah, the village, there's actually a village a little bit over there. You probably saw it in episode 31 where I went to first trade with villagers. Let me call this Grim Construct. Oops, there we go. Grim Construct. These are not willing participants. They were kidnapped. Yeah, I'm training with them. It's actually not as viable as I thought it might be. I mean, I know. Listen, it's not going to be as good as something like 1.14 trading. But the next time that trading is updated is 1.8. Which is a shame, but I'll get there sometime. Yeah, let's see. What have I done? I've gotten actually some chainmail, which beforehand I could not get. I've done quite a bit of trading, as you can see. I got a stack of emeralds. That took quite a while. I have to use this sugarcane thing over here. And every now and then when I can find a librarian that trades paper for emeralds, I take advantage of that. So I've done a little bit of trading here and there. Got some stuff. I was mostly planning on trying to get a ton of food. Yikes, the door noises are terrible. Yeah, I've been trying to do this for food mostly because, as you can see, I've been using bread for, I think, most of the series, and I would like to change it up. I don't want to be using bread for all of this playthrough. So, yeah, changing it up would be awesome. And, oh yeah, let me take a walk over this way, and I'll keep explaining some things. So recently, I have a copy of this world that's updated to 1.20.4, I think. And I've been using that for, like, building things, essentially. Like, say... Okay, this is the minecart track. I use a minecart track to transport the villagers from this village. There's that. It's not super exciting. Anyway. You can see it over in the distance, what I'm going to talk about in a moment. But yeah, recently I've been using this world to build I've been testing some things out. Like every now and then I might try building a structure, because of course it's easier to build stuff in this world than a creative test world sometimes, because if I'm going to make a building that's specific to the terrain, it's usually pretty useful to see what it looks like in the world itself. So this was something I was experimenting with, and this is going to be the I don't know what you call it. Yeah, that's right. The minecart track. So this goes all the way to the world spawn, which I actually thought it was over that way for whatever reason. Just goes to show how turned around I got when I first went to this area. It's actually a wonder how I got back here after I died that first time. If you don't remember, I told this story a little while ago. A little while ago. Last time I talked about it, I think it was episode 1. Ooh. Yeah, when, there's a cave, a whole big ravine underneath my base, and I was digging straight down. And died in it. And I replaced my bed. So I broke my spawn point. And I had to walk all the way back here, which was not the most fun. It was quite bad, really. This was a little area I've been digging out. This is not for anything. I've just, every now and then when I need sand, I've come by here. Plus, when I was getting stone for this, I've been using a silk touch pickaxe, which, thank goodness for the enchantments. It is such a relief being able to get good enchantments, believe me. Yeah, anyway. Just to show how long this thing is, I'm gonna do a little like, sped up clip of me walking there. Just walking, I'm not gonna be sprinting. So, yeah. Enjoy. So as you can see, that takes quite a while. Of course, that's just by walking. Sometime, I would like to make a path that goes over here, because for the little amount of time that I'm probably going to be using horses, I would like to use them here and there. So I'd like to make a road over here, separate from Minecart track. But yeah, this is the world spawn. Of course, I don't have a compass with me, do I? Well, I'll make one more. I have the stuff for it here. There we go. Now this, okay, the compass is different in this version. It points just to the world spawn instead of your spawn point. At least from what I've been told, at some point it pointed to your spawn point. I don't know if that's true. I tested this in the newer version and I don't think it did that either. But the very center here is like the center of the world. So yeah, believe me, I've done some testing, and that's essentially what I've arrived at. Now, what exactly I'm going to do here, I don't know. I would like to fix this area up, of course, at some point. Also, something else. I've never shown technically what episode 1 would have been. I'm thinking someday I might, because I think maybe then I record some of this. I actually don't remember. I have some of the files. I wish I had when I actually created the world and spawned in, because I would have been like right around here. Also, as you can see, it goes this way a little. I haven't completed the railway, but say it goes out that way, maybe like 200 more blocks, and it takes a left, and it ends up at the world well. So that's actually pretty cool. It has to go like, I think probably like 500 blocks that way, but it's over there, and yeah, it's actually not too far away. So if I'm at the world well, I could just go right to spawn. I like having these things linked up in case I need to go here. Of course, I'll probably also make another portal here at some point if I'm ever in a hurry, but taking the minecart here, this could be like one of the nicest looking ways of going here, because I can enjoy the views. And of course, I plan on making a whole bunch of things like off to the side of the track. I want to do some like big blocks and like pixel art. I want to do some more of that. So maybe I'll do an episode of me making some of those things here and there. We'll see. Some more blocks would definitely be helpful for some of that stuff. Also, something else I wanted to mention. The only reason why I'm a little bit hesitant on doing the 5-episode thing, which I think I am for sure going to be doing that, but like one of the concerns I have with it is that I might regret it in the future, and that I don't think I'll, like at some point I'll think I won't spend like enough time in each version, which I guess would make more sense for updates that are bigger. Say like 1 point, I think 11 and 12. That's when I might start. I know, another bit of rambling from me. Also, I'm gonna go back to the house because there's something else I need to talk about there. Alright, so let's try this again. I did just go through this, but OBS loves to freeze on me, so I added 7 people to the Love Garden. A few people I added because they had been following the channel for a little while, and some others because they left some very nice and useful comments on a recent video. So, the Pixel Leaf, Gilly, Band Clam, Bobby Unicorn. This is all one name. I had to hyphenate it because it wouldn't fit on one line. Cathode Ray Kobold, Peter N, and Jeremiah Fu. Thank you for your useful tips and your support. I hope I can add more people more often because I think it's a nice thing to do. Of course, my videos aren't incredibly popular, so there is a finite amount of people I can add. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Something else real small. I did finally get Fortune 3. Luckily, the enchanting is so much better in this version because I didn't have to die trying to, or want to die trying to get all these good enchantments. I have this one. This is really good. And then my other new pickaxe, which has Fortune 3. Yeah, these are my best two ones. This one and that one. Pretty good. I'm trying to find a good villager that sells me diamond pickaxes because I don't want to spend my own diamonds. But, I mean, this is the most I've had in a little while. 27. Oh, plus I got a lot of coal. Fortune 3 is a blessing. So, I don't think I've ever had this much coal. At least in this world. So, yeah, there's that. Something else I did want to mention before I do that, I'm going to sleep. Yes, something useful I was going to mention. I'm going to sometime do a little bit of stuff down here. I think I'll have a kitchen on one of these sides, and then like some tables, like that. Just a nice little room down here. Maybe I'll put some windows in. I want to get a little bit of light going in here because it's kind of a lower level. Won't really be able to get so much because this wall is mostly underground. I mean, I could probably put a window right here. You won't really be able to see too much. That's fine. Yeah, there's going to be some here. And I was thinking maybe an indoor swimming pool here. I was doing a little bit of testing in the creator test world that I mentioned earlier. That was a copy of this world. And I tried making a swimming pool here, and I thought it turned out pretty good. And it's convenient because there's a river out here, so I can have like a part where you can swim inside the house and outside. I think that's pretty cool. I'll have to do that in a future episode. I'm not exactly sure if that's going to be next episode or not. We will see. Yeah, going over here, and this is very important. Actually, first things first, I'm going to quickly mention this. So, I still don't really have a concrete answer on what this might be. But what I was using this for in the... Oh, heavens. Yeah, what I was using this for in the creative world was like a map room. Now, I'm not going to do that for this because, first of all, I don't have item frames yet, and I think it's a little while until I can put maps in item frames. And the current maps I do have are really bad. Anyway, I'll probably do like a map room somewhere far away from here because then it won't lag me out really bad because I have a lot of entities in the area already with all of my animals, my pets. Just a ton of item frames are it's going to make it really bad here, and I want to keep it as playable as possible for like a really long time. You know what I mean? I don't want to lag things out this early on. So anyway, over here I have the plan is to make some airships. And I want to do it like close to this mountain now, and I guess it would make sense to... Okay, I don't have my Minecart track, but that's fine. I'm going to venture over this way a little bit more, because this is important. There's technically two things over here. Got some ideas for the future. Some fun building projects. One is that I want to have like a big scaffold coming out of the ground here. And I'm going to have the ships, like some airships in the sky here. And I think I'm going to have like massive propellers on them. I don't know. I gotta design them. This is gonna be in the future. And then something else is I would like to have like a bridge. Okay, so I mean it's a little bit easier if I'm up there, so let me get up there. Alright, so I'm at the top. Ooh, magic. Anyway, yeah, I might have like a path for the scaffolding coming from over here, and it'll go like right up there. Might go up a little higher. We'll see. But I want it to be really high in the air, and I want a whole bunch of them, like scattered throughout the world. And I want them to be fairly big. But I want some big ones, some small ones. We'll see. That's to be determined, really. Let's see. Yeah. So, right here, there's actually a mountain way over there. If you remember, I think it was actually the last episode, when I went to get my cats at the beginning. I went over a mountain, and there's actually like a massive gap between these two mountains, and I would like to make a bridge between them. I think that'd be pretty cool. I discovered this when I was flying around in spectator mode in that creative world, because it like gives me a new perspective of some things. It's like, I would not have figured that out if I didn't do that, at least not for a while. So very useful. Is there really a point for this bridge? I don't think so, but I think it'll look pretty cool. That's something I have an idea for. I don't want to be planning too far ahead because I know that's as dangerous as not having enough motivation to do things. So I gotta balance it. I gotta plan some things and stop myself from planning too many things. You know what I mean? There's limits, and I gotta know where they are. But I would like this to be a pretty good bridge. I'm thinking it might be a suspension bridge. So it's probably going to be reasonably expensive. But hopefully very good looking. That's something to look forward to. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things down here. I know I was going to do a cactus farm soon. I might wait till I get hoppers. We'll see. Because there's not really a reason for me to make that right now. Oh, I have wool here. I feel like that would have been useful for something I made. Whatever. Gravel. Of course. Sorry. I leave building supplies in different places, and then I rediscover them, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I could have been using this the whole time. Like, sometimes for certain projects, I'll have more than enough for some things, or I might not, and I get more, so I have like a surplus, and I leave it here. And then, weeks from then, I find that I just left it here. It's like, oh, I could have used this. Whatever. I need a lot of gravel for my roads. Which, speaking of, I want to make a whole bunch of infrastructure. Tons of roads. Going all around the place. I want to make some roads that connect. I gotta finish the swamp castle. That's something I gotta do. Not sure how soon that's gonna be. In the not too distant future, I hope. That's all I can say. Anyway, something else to mention. If I'm going to do the 5-episode thing, I think episode 40 should line up with when I should fight the Wither, because 1.4 adds the Wither, and I think it'd be pretty good to fight it on episode 40. Because remember, episode 20, I fought the Ender Dragon. Episode 40, I think it makes a little bit of sense to fight it then. Plus, it's in 1.4 still, and that's right before I update, so I think that's pretty reasonable. So, I was a little bit worried when I remembered that, but I think that should make sense. Anyway, a real kind of boring episode. I'm sorry, this is not the most exciting of things, but hopefully you did enjoy. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. Yeah. Let me know in the comments if you got any ideas or suggestions on what I should do, especially about the conundrum regarding the version updates. I think starting to do like 10 episodes again back in, I think 1.12 would be good, because that's oh wait, or 1.11, because 1.11 is the exploration update 1.12 for World of Color. Yeah, further on it. It's tricky because 1.15 is one of those updates that's kind of sandwiched in between that's like really small. So I might have to make an exception for that and do 5 episodes there. We'll see. That's in the future. That might be a year or two from now. I don't know. I just want to put this out there. Like, this is what I'm going to probably do. And yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. And hopefully I can catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.